Everyone, this is Alpellen Altiner, and this is the third part of the cinematic that I have been working on. So it started off with basically modeling, and I can include the links below in the comments so you guys can actually see how I started modeling this, and then texturing, which is actually the hover vehicle, and then building the environment and setting up a scene and several cameras where I can actually explore just a block out and get an idea of what do I want to do. And I usually used to do a lot of storyboards, but I did skip that process once I got deep into Unreal Engine, because you really can do everything in real time, so that kind of helps speed up the process. So my goal here was really to create an environment and add some animations in there, just basic stuff really, placeholders, and I've used several things for this. So for the environments, I've used my own environment pack that I've modeled and textured, and I created this pack for Unreal Engine, so I wanted to utilize it for this particular cinematic. So the entire scene was basically built utilizing my assets, and then obviously trying to animate the hovercraft coming into the scene. But my goal was really to focus on just the animation and really set up all my files in the camera and the scene, and I wanted to be able to utilize a lot of different things. And in this case I've utilized mega scans, dash, and then I also utilized and had the opportunity to create some animations using Mashkit. So using various tools and also many tools within the Unreal Engine, I basically didn't want to animate all the different parts of the hovercraft yet, but I just wanted to get the basic idea in a camera motion. So what was important for me is having that motion in the entire scene, so I use Mashkit, and this is a really good program where you can quickly create animations from text to animation or image to animation to pose them. So the next step was really to build the scene. So I wanted to utilize dash to quickly create the terrains and really position my camera where I wanted to have this a set of cameras animated, but the main goal was really to build the environment first. So I basically started placing some very basic elements and meshes, because I wanted to get an idea of like what I was building. Again, skipping concept art and storyboards. This kind of allows me to work only within the engine without leaving the engine, and being able to make all these changes, create these environments. And also a big thing is really mega scans, Quixel. So for Quixel, I utilize some of the clips that they have, and it's very easy to download them. And if you use Dash, with Dash you can actually CTRL click and drop them into your scene, and you can easily scatter and do so many things, and I'm barely touching all the features of Dash. But here, as you can see, I am just blocking things in, and I'm also touching up the terrain that I have. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to set this up, but mainly I wanted to be able to have a very small environment that I can control instead of building this huge scene. So I started building the gate, the entrance, and so I wanted to be able to utilize these meshes that I have without really using too many, and place these modular meshes that I've created and place them in there just to kind of start building that front area of the environment or of this section. So here you can see I'm using mega scans, these clips, and I downloaded these actually as Nanite because I wanted to be able to have the highest quality, but I end up duplicating them to create the environment. So I also created a lot of decals, so I wanted to be able to tell a story by just kind of seeing some of these signs on the ground. so you kind of know what type of facility you're going into. And this is a Navy facility pack that I've actually built, so that kind of complements the idea. But you can see here I'm placing all these different decals that I create in Photoshop, and so I'm placing them in there just to break things up, the repetitiveness of the patterns. And I'm really just playing around and seeing where I could utilize some of the decals also to get reflections. In Unreal, you can do so many things. In the modeling tools, you do have a lot of warp functions, and so I took advantage of those to quickly create and change some of the elements, change them to my needs basically. But here I'm placing them in my scene, and I am constantly switching back to dash to speed up the process and use their spline tool, which you can actually change and select each part. And I'm trying to test things, see if I should create a road, or if I wanted to expand this animation and the cinematic, like how could I do that possibly. And maybe this is just one level that I end up building here. I hope you guys enjoy this short video, and I will be posting more videos and update it. And everything that I shared today was actually done in the viewport. So these are not actual renders, but I just wanted to be able to take advantage of real-time production with Unreal Engine 5.